honestly, this could be mono. But it's going to necessitate tuning. I mostly want to use this guy because it has a sub, and a sub would be nifty. So we're just going to go right here. Doink. Doink. Sub. Put it on 24 dB. No resonance. But we gonna have to tune it because it's all cuckoo caca after yesterday. Yeah. Did this the easy way. Could just be like, oh, here, let's turn on the tuner there. I mean, it's permanently patched, so, like, why not? You know? There. Nice and warm. You know what? This is going to work better. We use different Zadar so to allow smaller cable connections. Okay. We're also going to swing. So, oh, swing's already on. Cool. Cool, bro. Yeah, I didn't use the vector at all yesterday, so I would have noticed, but me no use. So, yeah. Let's see here. We're going to need to make this pretty long. Or we could do everything with subsequences, which would be super easy. So we're going to be like, tying these guys across. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Control-Alt-Del. Okay, let's see how this should be a thing. This should function. Guy needs to go down an octave. That sounds right. Sounds a little sharp. Let's find out. Okay, but, like, wait. we go up. Yeah, we even got timbali fills at the end of every 4. Okay, so what we can do then is set up a really easy subsequence. Make these guys a whole note here and just make it like 2 notes long. That'd be the easiest thing in the universe. And then the second one just goes up too. Easy. Because only suckers turn knobs manually. Come on. Okay, we need more parts. More parts. More parts. Super simple. I'm not going to be a super long stream tonight. I'm just going to like try to just throw together like almost like a quick song form with some nifty little bits in it. And yeah. Well, it should go a lot smoother this time because when I did this last time, I was, it's the first time I've ever done this type of music. I mean, it's right up my alley. If you listen to people like Ott, one of my all-time favorites, like his whole like route was like dub, he did like dub remixes of like hallucinogen songs as one of his first kind of like breakthroughs. But like some of the stuff now is just, I don't know, man. It's got some incredible music. So, yeah. Been listening to it for years. Hey, what can you do? But it's like, what can you do with your hardware? That's like the big question. Like, okay. Totally depends on what you have, So let's see here. Oh, this would be easier. What I would like to do is at the end of like maybe every 16 measures. Like trigger 7 right now is not being used. Well, let's just put trigger 8 as 16 because it makes more of a logical sense, like 4, 8, 16. So we're going to take far too long cable. We don't need anything. That's ridiculous. What are you thinking? What is wrong with you? What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Yeah. And this is probably too long. That's fine. All right, I'm going to throw in a little envelope here. It's basically going to be a fairly long attack decay envelope. Just like real basic. And that's going into the feedback of the C legs. Okay, and we need to put this on tape mode and get the clock rate and all that stuff correct here. Should be aight. Aigahit. We do want color because color sounds cool. Okay, let's hear how this sounds here. So if I hit go, I'll use the vocal again. Here we go.
I feel your loving eyes on me.
Let's make that even longer.
Closer, baby.
So then, oh wait, she's not going into the C legs. Let's stick this into the C legs really quick. This should be only every 8 measures. Now we should have decay time here, like here now. Lemon! What's going on, man? Okay, I like it. That's really cool. Okay, let's do another idea here. And that would be set up a really slow square wave LFO on the QVL right here. Yeah, I have an MCO Mark II. He's right here. He's right. It's totally off camera. You can't see it at all because my cameras suck.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Seriously though, I hate my camera angles. They're just not big enough. I guess I just need to invest in like a fisheye lens. Yeah, it's in the skiff. It's not in the main rack. That should change. I need to put this up with the rest of the voices. Go back to your rest of your peoples. But it's next to the Timplegio, and I'm like, what I need to do is sacrifice 12 HP somewhere else. Mount those guys there, and then put a joystick down here. I really think I need to get a joystick. But where sacrifice 12 HP? Me no. I was almost considering the 100 grit because like I never use it. Not that down with the mega distortion thing as some are. Okay, no, what I was thinking was a really slow square LFO. And then use that into the slice on the Stardust. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, like, we could change the shape here. You can change everything about these LFOs, okay? It's ridiculous. Yeah, you could. You could do that. Like, you just plug in, if you have, like, extra VCA channels or something, like, you just do that. I mean, that'd be one way, I suppose. I don't know, where do y'all get your offset voltages? I can get them from a few places. I mean, obviously, a quad VCA, it just sets out a voltage. The junction supplies offset. The Zork strip does an offset voltage too, if nothing's plugged into the home base. I don't know if the motion meter does that. I don't know. The stochastic function generator does that too. If you just turn it off loop, so it's not being an LFO, and then let it reset back to nothing, and then just turn off the offset button. Yeah, but I mean, as far as it being like 6 HP and having, you know, they just updated it with new shit. It's like a new engine in it and stuff. It's like they can keep dumping synthesis models in onto the platform, like, oh, forever and ever. Where was I? I was doing this, and what is this in? This is 16/16 notes. Okay. 16th notes is fine. We can actually put this on beats also, or bar. So every 16 beats, let's double that. Let's make it 32. Okay. And then we can do the shape, and we can do the phase, and we can do all of this stuff. And then we've got an output level here and an offset level. Okay, so basically what I want to do then is just jam a cable into output 1. I'm assuming it's all the way on the left, but you just never know. And then that's got to go into the skip control. All right, so now if I hit reset and I restart everything, are you up or down when you start? Sounds like it's up.
Take off nothing to burn. Move a little closer, babe.
Okay, so probably needs a little bit more level because it's not really doing much of an effect.
Feel your loving eyes on me. Moving it closer, baby.
That's creepy.
Whisper your sweet liquor.
Is it still in sync?
I feel your loving eyes on me. Moving little closer, babe. I feel your loving eyes on me.
And now it should be low. Now it's high. Let's put it at 64 beats. And now it's back to normal.
Whisper your sweet liquor, nothing's to me. Moving little closer.
So what we should have is one run through normal and now high. Yup. Even 30 might be too high. The level on this is like 0 to 100. Okay, that's awesome right there. And now we're back to normal. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. Dude, I kind of want to get a multi-grain also. And I'm at the point of like anything I get, I have to sacrifice something else. And then IntelliGel's coming out with a reverb standalone sometime soon. So like imagine that the multi-grain and the reverb and the C legs and the yeah. It'd be a hell of a combo right there. I bet you it's going to be big and chunky though, and I'm not a fan. Make it the size of like the Polaris filter or something like that. Or is that a filter? Or is that an oscillator? I don't know. It's 8 HP. That'd be dank. Okay, let's make a quick little synth part here. How about that? How about like a little part 3 action? We'll just go easy here. Sawtooth. SVF. SVF into, I think, just a standard mixer channel for this. I don't want to run this through the C legs. We need to do chunka parts too. Oh, that's right. I was using this thing as an LFO. Okay, so this is not going to be in tune either. Hey, here's a neat trick. Since my Mordax data is hardwired into the inline. And it's in tune and I'm spent. Yeah. It's that easy. Hey, we can use a teeny tiny cable for this guy. Hi, teeny tiny cable guy. Hi. Hey, scum. Yeah. You know what else I want? If we're talking want here, I want a Maestro with like 10 channels. Can't they just make a biggin? Like, call it the big ass Maestro. Give it 12 channels, just like chonk. Just a bank of timed modulation with a few more bells and whistles. That would be nice. Like per step attenuating, selectable range instead of like 0 to 5 or -5. Like make it 10 volts up and down. That would be dope as fuck. Like there's a few things that if they did that to that thing and just embiggened it, it would be like, oh, just nut myself, and then go, damn, we need a bigger case now. Yeah, Constellation is huge. It's one thing that kind of prevented me from getting it. Because, like, you know, when I was looking at the Stolper beats, I was looking at that too. And I was like, damn, I'm going to have to make some serious changes if I wanted to use that. Like, take a bunch of shit out. And I was willing to do this. I do need a more robust effects section, I will say. And I don't know what that means. I kind of miss the ZDSP sometimes, but my drums were much more boring than they are now. Well. Okay. I was lost in thought for a moment. This guy. Hi. There you go. We're going to put you on an 8th note triplet. And I think I'm going to make it just 6 notes long. Oh, and that needs to be a 16th note triplet. Sorry. Yeah. You're right about that. Alright. 4-measure rise and fall modulation into the volt per octave. Yeah, Twitch is less, if there's less latency, way less lag. Okay, now we obviously need to do stuff to this. Let's put some weird octave stuff on here. Like dotted 16th octave. And then we'll just put one step on. We'll put it on random. Now I don't know if I like it. Well, there's some easy, we could do some real easy, where every fourth? I like that. You're not synced, are you? Okay, now this should absolutely go through the C legs. Yep. I reversed my decision, my earlier decision. Okay, you cool. You cool, bro. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. Let's make some chunky chords. In fact, we'll make this the easiest thing in the world. So, eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, eighth notes. That's what we need. We're gonna make this 6, okay? So this is gonna be weird because what I'm gonna do is make 2 different chord parts for these dudes. Okay. Actually, what we should do is probably put these down to a C. Let's put it down to a C4. And then here we'll go up 5 notes, which brings us to F. And here we will go up 9. And then this one in the middle is going to go down to 7. So it's going to play the sus2. So basically like... One, two, three, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Because it's doing a pattern of 3, and it's int 4, so it's gonna be a little bit offset and funky, which I think should be kind of cool. You could always like extend it, make it like 5 chords long, go up to like sus4. Okay, now the question is, will this actually also, will this be too busy to put through the C legs? That is a good question also. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, well, it would help if I plugged it into the right module. Up an octave, of course. Why are you so quiet, bro? Not synced. Weird. That's what I'm looking for. Plenty of level. Too much, really. Okay. You cool. Let's make a fake horn part using a polyphonic synthesizer with MIDI in it, i.e. the Demon Core. This is going to take a little while, all right? Because I'm going to make this... Oh, shit. I have to reformat the part, but that's okay. If I put this at length 64, chord, shift plus clear to execute, that's fine. Because I haven't done anything with it yet, so... No weird like that, though. Okay, so we're on 16th note, but we're swung, so we can put this up to 32 length now. Okay, so what I want first of all is gate patterns. These guys are all gonna go. I wish there was an easier way. I mean, I guess there would be with like step lengths. Bump, 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 bump. So there's our first note set. So let's bring this down to C. And sort of like the before, except now I gotta turn this knob like 49,000 times. Let's just do it like one page at a time there. We can go +5. And then I guess +8. But this last one, we're going to go +4. And then 7. So it hits a C chord. Like. Sirens? I don't know about that. That's where my dub knowledge fails. I vaguely know what you're referring to, but not 100%. Okay. Let's put this through the C legs, though, as well. We'll have to kind of think about, see how that sounds so far. That's obnoxious. It's incredibly annoying. Maybe we give him his own delay. That might be the solution. Because then we can give it a nice trippy tape delay, time it, then, yeah. We'll need some R-bar chords also. Too much. Also, it's on overdrive. And okay, gate pattern. Let's turn this off so that it's just a little bit more time. Get a little kick going, kick and snare. A little too fast. Let's actually put it on a tape delay. That would be useful. Go faster. Okay, that's weird. Stereo would be good. Okay, now let's do the next chunk of this here, which is going to be ba ba ba, and then here 1, 2. No. Bump, 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 bump. Hey, Jethro. Yeah, it's just whenever I have time. I tell you, man, the disc dying though is it's kind of starting to take more of my time. So normally I might be here like 2 3 days a week between my normal Fridays and Sundays. But I got a lot of work. Not a complaint. I mean, I literally have a stack of like 50 something commissions that I can get through with no real time crunch, but some of them kind of are. Um, you want to see one of my latest disc dies? Um, I did a Princess Mononoke one that is pretty good. Pretty proud of that. Schwa. There. That's her on a disc. And yeah. And then I did a Beerus from Dragon Ball Z. Did I show you the Katy Perry astronaut one? Because the disc is called Astronaut, so I stuck her face on an astronaut, and yeah, it's awesome. Anyways, um, where's my where's my new dank Beerus disc? It's not here. It must be in my normal camera roll. Yeah, there it is. This is one. I'm actually gonna recreate this for someone else too. So thankfully, I still had the stencil, and I'm like, just print it out, bickety bam. So yeah, pretty proud of that guy. So, anyways, if you want to get some dank dyed discs, hit me up, bro. Um, okay. Now we kind of need to do the same thing here. So like doink, 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 doink. Okay, and then so these guys are gonna all go up 5, and then 8. Womp womp. Except for this one. This one's gonna go 7 and 4, like the other one. Okay, so that should be. Yeah, okay. Now, what's fucked up in the beginning now? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, now. So this is a Moog ladder style filter. I don't know if this is the best choice for this. What I want to do is give it an envelope that's a little bit maybe like slower, you know? We could do that easily with Quadrax. It's right there. Might as well use it, right? In which case we just need a little bitty purple cable. So it's got a gate out, thankfully, because I'm supplying MIDI to it. Oh, you don't reach, you son of a bitch! I'm slightly longer. And you still don't reach comfortably. Guy! Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've contemplated what happens if I just quit teaching, just stop. Aside from like, starving. You know. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. I'm thinking. It's too much, though. See, it's a little slow. But then what we can do is move the gates up. Maybe a little bit faster on the attack. And then add the delay. Okay, but then of course we put the chord changes on it. Oh, that's a problem. That's because the gate is super early on the first one. Let's not make that super early. It's kind of repellent, isn't it? It's kind of just a bad sound. Eighth note. Less feedback, that'll be better too. And then we can crank the mix. Yeah, okay. Kind of neat, kind of cool, kind of funky. Hey, Cybercat. Let's see here. What else do we need? I think I want to do another melodizer. Let's make one of these guys double speed. Which one are you? You are... Yeah, you're number 6, so you need to be a double speed clock. I'm gonna be all confused now. Because then I can run it at 8th note triplets and have it play 16th note triplets instead. It's basically cursing it to run at 170 BPM. Okay. And let's do a thing with that. Who want thing with stuff? Thing? So I just had another weird idea in my head for how to potentially even like use the melodizer for interesting patterns, for multi-measure patterns, because it doesn't really do that. And I kind of want to try that now. Okay, but let's do a lead. Let's do something interesting though. Maybe like pizza lead would be cool. It would also be really kind of obnoxious because I do plan on playing this like pretty fast. Well, yeah, you know what? think I'll just go good old analog goodness. Who want? You were ba. Huh? Fa. You do some interesting stuff with like any of the stereo filters. Yeah, let's go supercritical neutron. This guy. Cause he a good guy. He a good dude. He do good thing. We should do like a noise sweep of some sort. Okay, we can actually patch some stuff. Some modulation, por favor, into like the stereo. Goodbye. Ha! I was prepared today. Oh, that is weird. Try my idea in this right here. So my idea is, so the melodizer has multiple CV ins, of course. And let's see here. Are we doing a thing here? Yeah, we should be doing a thing. Okay. So you can set one of the CVs as the high range, the high note range. So I just want to do that on like a rhythmic, like an LF QLFO. Oh, in fact, I have the QLFO right there, and that's going to be really easy to dial in. Let's just do that. Is this one already on? I think output 3 is on 16 beats long. Yeah. We do these. And then we just like tweak the level so that it doesn't suck. I want to make sure that it's actually set to the right thing though. So 1 second here before we unveil this. And that means, let's see here, CV in, low, high. So that should be this guy. Edit. It's already on that. Good. Okay, so then we just go CV in 1. Boom. And then we see what happens. Yes, it's going to be way too high. Now it should be repeatable. That's the thing, because it's just doing the same voltage, same timing. Nice. Maybe a bit more. That's going to be fun to play with. And yeah, that's a nice idea. I think that works. Let's throw a nice dingy FM, either like maybe a Rings voice or an actual FM voice. FM is easier because it's like right there, you know, just there. It's just right there. Cables are like excessively long, flopping in the breeze. Let's do a thing. I'm gonna duplicate that gate. No, how dare you? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Do it. Fucking do it. There. Alright. And that way we can also send a separate envelope into the FM index, which I think is usually a more logical approach to this. Get in there. There. Alright. So it'll sweep through the FM index then every single time it plays a note, you know? At least that's the theory. And I guess we need another short cable to get to a filter of some sort. Should we go... Oh, you won't quite reach, will you? Or you will. Does this have a specific mono in? Which one is it? Left in, right in? Does it matter? Probably doesn't matter, because they think about these things. So I'm going to put it in the left in. I really like that filter. I need to use it more and experience all of its blessed joys. I'm like, I went there for an octone. Sort of. I was going to get an octone if they had it, but by the time I bought the filter, it was... That's what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. Let's see here. How fast are we again? Like 85? Yeah. So we could make this quarter note parts. Yeah, that'd be fine. And then be like gate, 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 gate. But we're gonna do step lengths. So bing, 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 half length. And then this one is gonna be bing, bing, bing. And then we'll make it 16 long. So it'll only play every other measure. Should be nifty. Okay. Should be functioning right now, actually. Except I didn't put any notes in there. G is what we want. Why high pitch whine? Oh, super high resonance. That's what. Okay, now let's tweak this just a little bit too. I want to go up an octave. Like so, yeah. Do we not want any wave shaper? We go different. Make this longer, huh? That's just horrible distortion. That's just the filter distorting. I'm sure it's a little bit of the sea legs too. Yeah, I could turn it down at the mixer. That would be fine. That would be not a bad idea. But still, crunch, crunch, crunch. Probably clipping the filter, I guess. And then I do kind of want to mellow it just a little bit. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Huh. It just kind of sounds like poop, don't it? It just, and let's take something out of the signal flow here. And see if it doesn't suck less now. It does suck less. Okay, so it's the sea legs. It's all the tape sound in sea legs that's doing that. Still that weird thing going on, which is funky. Well, there would be a solution to that, too. What we could do is duplicate the envelope output here and also put it into DOS filter. If I can find the damn thing with the thing. Is that the CV? Okay, that's volt per octave. This is the one we're looking for. Okay, and then we can give it a little CV. Turn down the overall level. Yeah. Gives it a little bit more ping. So I don't know if you can hear what I'm hearing, but there is a weird subharmonic frequency in this that's like this. It's the every time the note hits, and what is it coming from? Is it the FM index? Yeah, that's actually exactly what it is. Okay, so instead of putting that into the thing, let's put it into shape. Yeah, see, that's going to do the same damn thing. Okay, let's just forget this then. Into the whole FM index thing. No. Yeah, so it has an internal envelope too, which does its thing. And that works well. Okay, there's our thing. There's our happy little melody guy. Let's turn it off for now, though. Do we do a melodizer or a pad part? I think so. I think probably should do a pad part. I'll whip that together real quick, because it's only going to be 2 chords. Don't need super saws. Can't reach that one quite well enough. Yeah, that's the number one question of anybody that comes in here. And I would say 2 things. Number one, if you go to my modular grid in the title description, it has an MSRP on my racks here. So, if you want to find out like how much I've actually spent, it's probably more than that because I've got multiple other cases also, you know. And I've been doing this for like 6 years now. So, and I have a decent paying job. So, and I would say number 2 would be all hobbies are expensive. And if it gives you enjoyment, then it's worth it. And this definitely does. And I would say it's not for everybody. And it's not just the money. But like seriously though, show me any hobby that somebody does that's like not a perpetual money sink. R-bar. Beavis put the R bar into the... This guy, will you reach? You will not quite reach, you little mother... Fine, we're going to go into the doper, because you're right there. And honestly, between those two filters, yeah. Yeah. Just the main rack, I think, is about 30 grand. Like, putting it in those terms, seeing, like, the real world, this is how much you have spent, is a little terrifying until I just think for literally a half a second and go, yeah, except it was over a period of years. So we're going to go basic bitch pad style R-bar here. I'm going to throw a slow-ish LFO into the playhead. Keep it moving. Let's turn up the gain too. Little res. And then the internal reverb. XY. Stick around a little longer and you'll see like the jam, the end result. And I hope you'll be glad you did. Okay. So we're going to make this part 2. And it's going to be a whole note. And it's going to go... C3 and G3. That's it. That's the whole control part for the R bar, which is lovely. So then we go doink part 6. Then we go into the layer control, and then we hit go. Hey, upside down. Look, we're long past the point of the sound. That's the thing you gotta understand. Modular can do both. VSTs can do both. They can sound analog. They can sound digital. They can do whatever you want. That's literally the point. This is a physical synth. And when you are here and you're manipulating it and you've learned everything about it, or at least enough to be dangerous, like myself, I can't describe the experience. Okay? It's for me, and I will say this also, I'm a hardware guy, right? I born in 72, okay? I've wanted and used hardware synths all my life, okay, since I was like 14. I think I got my first Casio CZ5000. Fuck yeah. I miss that synth. I made that synth talk, okay? I learned how to program it really well, which is why a lot of this comes easier, you know? Anyways, here's our pad. Kind of lo-fi, kind of crunchy. I dig it. Okay, we need to move these gates way up in time though, because this is getting the wet only from the internal reverb. Kind of want more resonance. Ooh, it's a little crunchy. Huh. That makes no sense. Because nothing has changed. So let's modulate that filter. Maybe an 8. 8 up, 8 down. God, there's like noise in there too. Can you hear? It's like this. Yeah, I'm 53, so there is a generation gap there. But until you've tried it, until you've tried this, you don't understand. Like, I've done tons of DAW stuff, clicking the mouse like a madman, and I have a controller and everything at home too. So, like, I have all the stuff, the normal computer stuff. This has always been a dream of mine, to do modular stuff. And I've been picking away at it. I don't buy any more than like one module a month. And that's certainly not every month. So, okay, this is cool. I kind of want to give it a gate pattern, to be honest. And unfortunately, that means I need to give somebody a swung clock. And there's a lot of shit that don't do swung clock very well, okay? A lot of my stuff in here cannot handle a swung clock at all. It's very sad, and we should set up a GoFundMe for them. It's really annoying, actually. Here, you know what? Let's just do this the easy way. Oh, wait a minute. This has a swing in it, okay? So what we can do is use the Mito to drive something else, because the Mito is just a clock divider. That's all. It's a 6-channel clock divider, okay? So like right now it's getting a 30-second note clock, which is a little redonkulous. So if I just give it a 16th note clock and then just turn up the internal swing, I can just use that to drive something else, like the gamut repetitor. Yeah, technically this is one synth, but it is made with the purpose of making whole pieces of music on it. And it didn't start that way, but it kind of did. Like, when I got my first few modules, I was like, okay, this is one voice. I need more voices. And I got a Behringer Neutron, and I got a Model D, and I was adding that stuff to the sequencer, and I was like, I need a bigger sequencer, and I got the Vector pretty quick, and like, it's just this thing of like, I want to do more with this equipment, and so you add to it. And some people are like, hey, I want to do this much. And so that's what they do. And that's cool too. That's the thing. Modular. It's all custom. It's whatever you want to do with it, which is the brilliance of it. So, let's do a couple of things here. I want to run that gate pattern for one thing. So let's do that. And that's going to take a little bit of an envelope of some sort. Who's got an envelope over here? Nobody. Nobody does. I had these little 2 HP envelopes, but I think I took the last one out. Oh no, there's one right here. Okay, so that's probably the best way to do it then. Let's just do... We'll take a gate output from the gamut repetitor, and we'll go into that EDSR here. And then we'll put that... Actually, no, we'll just use Zadar. Zadar's... Oh, God, that's it. That jack is not... I wasn't going to say it. It was a tight hole, okay? There, I said it. Are you happy? Happy? Pappy? No, what I wanted to do is maybe kind of do like, Are you playing? You just... Oh, I turned you down. Oh. I think we're jam ready. I'm not gonna do a huge thing tonight. It's not gonna. This is a light thing here. Although I do have the roads patched still. He strokes his chin menacingly. I hope it's okay. I hope it's pleasing. The vocal sample has already been chosen. Alas and alack. We'll put on purpley lights, and then we'll go to trippy graphics. Photosensitive viewer warning. Don't press a computer monitor to your face while taping your eyes open during this. Actually, you could say that as a warning for anybody. Nobody should do that. If you do, then I hold no responsibility for your actions. Okay? As long as we're straight about that. funked up. Guybrush Threepwood? What? Anyways. That was fun. I'm gonna take off. I might be back like Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on weather. If the weather's like really crappy, what better thing to do than go make music? So